our conversation is going to be hopefully at least one-sided, because I did watch that movie while sick, and we'll see how much I can remember about it.
Okay, I watched this movie. How long has it been? A week ago?
Yeah, probably.
God, what a long week. I watched this movie a week ago.
It's been about a year and a half.
It's been so long since I watched this movie, and I hated it so much when I watched it, and I don't remember anything about it, and I thought I should rewatch it, and then I thought, no, that's insanity. I'm just gonna go off my notes and hope it works.
Welcome to Direct-to-Video.
VHS?
A podcast where we pair movies like fine wine. And we don't update for a long time because the world ends.
The world has ended, and we're still here, like a radio host, in Fallout. We're doing it. We're doing the thing.
We're the last people alive, and this is what we decided to do with our last moments.
Is watch possibly the second worst thing I've ever seen for this show.
We're gonna have to make a list at some point. That might be a DVD extras.
Because here's what I'll say is that this movie was so long. It was 92 minutes, dude.
That is so long.
And I found out that the original was one episode short, so it was just a 70 minutes. And I was like, if this was 70 minutes, I would have been fine. I would have been pissed, but I would have been fine. But 92 minutes?
They introduced so many new characters. Why?
Oh, it is rough.
Oh, man. Okay, so we both watched this like a week ago.
It's been so long. It's been too long.
Yes, which we mentioned earlier, but that probably won't make it in. Feels like about 6 months ago.
The world has changed so much.
And I've been sick, so, we'll see how well we recap this. Belle's Enchanted World, it is called?
No, Belle's Magical World.
Okay, well, if wasn't an Enchanted Christmas, it might have been.
Yes? I don't know.
Something was enchanted.
Yes, it was. It was the Enchanted Christmas.
And now it's just a magical world.
It's a magical world, and then Tales of Friendship.
What?
There's another one.
What?
Tales of Friendship?
Oh, wait. No, you're lying.
I'm not.
What?
Came out in 1999. I do feel like the first time I looked at this Wikipedia page, these two movies that we just mentioned
didn't exist.
And now they do.
We've been
so it's like
Mandela affected.
Them into existing. Because I've never heard of this, and I know I've looked at this list, and there weren't this many. Hey, here's something.
Whoa! Pump the fucking brakes.
What happened?
On this Wikipedia article. Belle's Tales of Friendship is a live-action / animated Disney film.
What's live action?
I don't know. It's a prequel to the Enchanted Christmas. Okay. Oh, and it was released to help promote the syndicated television series Sing Me a Story with Belle.
Which is a live-action series.
A live-action Belle tells stories from Disney cartoons.
So it's like House of Mouse, but with a shittier framing device?
Actually, I don't think it's like House of Mouse. I think it's just them playing old cartoons, but Belle introduces them first. Did they do that on House of Mouse?
Well, in House of Mouse, they had new cartoons, custom cartoons.
Okay.
This is like Zoom, though, because there's kids. Really got you.
Part of it is just looking at this Wikipedia page. This is garbage.
Oh,
we don't have to watch this if you don't want to.
No, we don't. And because the one thing in it we watched.
Was it?
Yeah, the last one, the party, was the thing that they did for this movie.
Okay. That makes sense. That's what this felt like to me. This felt like the Hercules sequel that we never got around to watching because it just turned out to be parts of
a TV show, yeah.
The TV show just put into a movie.
Loosely strung together. I use the word loosely very loosely because these stories have nothing to do with each other.
Yeah, so let's just get into Belle's magical world. We start with
The Perfect World.
a 90s 3D panning shot.
Oh yeah, no Walt Disney Castle or nothing. That's what really got me, right? There was no Walt Disney logo. It just like hit the ground. We're here. We're sorry. we don't claim this one. The gracious hand of Walt Disney didn't bless this film.
The Beauty and the Beast series might be the one that has kind of been most egregiously fucked up by its sequels. I still think Kronk's New Groove is the worst sequel that we watched.
Yes, it's definitely the worst one,
But Beauty and the Beast, they keep on doing stuff like, here's a new character who, like, is a person that is also...
that is...
just an object. And it's like they forget that they're also people when they do this stuff.
Well, because the problem is...
And they're like, here's the Beast, and no, the Beast never changes. That's not the point.
because he can't, right? Because all of this happens
right
in the middle of the movie.
And while we're there, by the way, I think that these shorts are out of order.
All of these shorts supposedly happen before winter is over, which means they happen before
this was a fucking action-packed winter.
Yeah, right? This was a long winter.
This all happened during the song Something There.
Yes.
Which is crazy.
I will say, right, if that song makes it seem like over like the beginning of winter and spring that a bunch of amazing things happened that brought them closer together. But watching all of these shorts, God, it really seems like the Beast was just a dick the whole time.
Mm-hmm. We get a framing device.
Do we?
Somebody introduces the idea of Belle existing, and I can't remember who it is. Some narrator.
I don't remember. Oh, no, it was Cogsworth.
It's Cogsworth.
Yeah, he's narrating.
Okay. They did introduce a book character.
Yes.
Which it seems like the book character would have been the one to narrate, except I hate the book character, so actually fuck him. He
sucks so hard. He's like everything I hate.
Cogsworth does say, and this was the first moment, and it did not take very long for me to be like, oh, this is a bad movie. When Cogsworth says that Belle went to live in the castle.
Oh, yeah. That's how it happened.
She?
She just wandered along and was like, I think I'm going to live in there by my own free will.
Yep.
Oh, God. So we just get 3 new as fuck characters. We get
very quickly.
We get the book.
Actually, the book is the last one. First,
okay.
We get because we get the Beast. He is dictating a letter, which is already crazy because the Beast does not communicate with the outside world. I refuse to accept that.
The implication here is that the Beast is still somehow running the kingdom?
Running the country, yes!
Through letters? No!
Which, that would be interesting, but also he was 10 when he was transformed, and the Beast, as we have seen him, would not do this. That's a different story.
Like, one of the big points about this story is that he had no one. He was completely isolated, and that's why he couldn't get better.
You'd think he'd have a fucking pen pal if he was writing letters all the time.
Oh, a pen pal, like Beauty and the Beast, but they're pen pals?
That'd be cute.
I would love this movie. And
I could see that.
Like a modern day Beauty and the Beast, but they're pen pals.
Okay, if it's a modern day Beauty and the Beast, then
they're like text pals.
They're online, or something.
Or online. They're on like a chat room.
Yeah, they like meet in a chat room. Mm-hmm. Anyway, I don't know anybody's name except Webster because that one stuck with me. But there is a stack of papers.
Yes, this stack of papers is the most. This is body horror.
That's body horror. Thank you. Yes.
So the papers are named Crane, which is I don't understand why. I guess Paper Crane. So funny. So this stack of papers, the face is on top of the stack of papers. Mm-hmm. And then the bow wrapping these papers is like the nose. Imagine like when you buy cardstock from Hallmark. It's like what that. It's like that's what he looks like, but a little flimsier.
Sure.
I assume because it's like the 1800s or whatever.
Well, and also he does seem pretty like floppy when he moves.
Yeah, he seems very floppy because he has no spine.
Yikes.
So LePlume, who is the Quill, writes on his face, peels his face off, like Nicolas Cage, peels it off, and then his face reappears on the new page. So either...
This is a series of crimes.
Either they are, like, peeling off layers of this person's skin, or every single paper is a different person who is being murdered.
Also, there's a pigeon?
What?
Isn't that how he sends letters, by pigeon?
Oh, yes.
So, okay. I want everybody to keep this pigeon in mind because it actually makes, later in the movie, the third story make no sense.
Yes, you brought up the pigeon and I was like, you're thinking of the other one.
Although it also makes no sense on its own. Because again, the beast did not have a way to communicate with the outside world. He does not... Who else raised that carrier pigeon? Because that's how carrier pigeons work.
Yeah.
The pigeon, like, really only knows the two places to go. So who's the other person? We never find out.
So real quick, the papers voiced by Jeff Bennett.
Okay.
Johnny Bravo, Dexter's dad. The pen is voiced by Rob Paulson, who is Raphael and Donatello, and also he's doing his Donatello from the 60s Ninja Turtles voice for this pen. He was also Prince Eric in the Little Mermaid movie sequel.
Oh, the bad Eric.
Yeah, he was bad Eric. He wasn't good Eric.
The sitcom dad Eric.
Yeah. I just don't understand women. That one.
That's what he said.
I mean, he might as well have.
He basically said that.
He, like, basically said that. So, like, this paper, everything about this paper is horrifying. It's terrible. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This animation looks really terrible. It looks god-awful.
It's just hot garbage.
Everyone's face looks like it's melting. Like this is like a house of wax, and everyone's just slowly, like, being given unto the ages.
That's the part of the curse they don't tell you about.
Is that, yeah. There are multiple frames in which Belle is looking at someone, and her eyes are so far apart, physically, like, not her pupils, her physical eyes are, like, falling off of her face like egg yolk. It's horrifying.
It's like an episode of Monster Factory.
It really is. Like, they're just turning... no middle sliders for this movie, right? Like, everyone looks terrible and awful and horrifying. Don't pause this one.
Then we meet Webster, who I immediately hated.
Jim Cummings, finally. It's been a while since we've had a Jim Cummings appearance on this show.
It's not his best performance.
It's not. He'll come back later, though, thankfully.
Webster... His thing is to say a bunch of words that mean the same thing, which, by the way, he's a dictionary and not a thesaurus.
Right? It doesn't even make sense.
Anyway, he says a bunch of words that mean the same thing and acts like that's cool and not the most obnoxious thing you can possibly be doing.
He's that kid in middle school whose parents bought him, like, a word-a-day calendar, and he just started using words like perfunctory, and it's like, fuck off, dude. You don't know what that word means.
He's real garbage.
It sucks.
But the worst part is Belle is, like, charmed by this. And she's like, come on, Webster, we're gonna go have dinner. And it's like...
She would be charmed by this. She's like a book nerd, I guess.
Okay, but, like, I'm a book nerd and this guy's an asshole.
That's the implication, though, right? Is she gets along with him because he's a book. And it's like, yeah, but he still sucks. Also, is he the only talking book, or are all the books talking books? Is every book in that library a living person?
We can't, Andy.
Right? That's the problem. Is every page in this book a living person?
Andy.
Like, this has muddled already messy waters. Like, this is an oil spill in what was already a filthy ocean of what the fuck is this curse?
I'm just looking back now. If I scroll back far enough, well, I've lost it. I was just gonna go quick look up how many hours was in the final. Here it is. 4 hours and 33 minutes and 31 seconds. I just want to keep us under that mark.
No, we will. There's not much to say about these stories, thankfully.
It's just that what we did is we got really into talking about the curse for a while.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Webster's terrible. But guess what? The next character we meet is terrible too. Chandelera?
Oh, I forgot about this one. Yeah.
She's just nothing. And I need less people flirting with Lumiere.
Lumiere.
Because, like, who cares?
Here's the problem, right, is this Chandelier's, like, entire character is she can't hear very well. Because I guess Chandeliers are known for not hearing very well.
It's accurate. My chandelier never responds to me when I talk to it.
They just never listen.
It's fucking rude.
Right? You would think somebody that bright would know how to pay attention. But...
Wow.
They don't make that joke.
They don't. That would take a measure of maybe forethought.
Yeah, not because that joke was too bad for them, but because it was, as bad as it is, still too good for this movie.
Right.
So, but also, she like, there's like a hinting that she's like crushing on Lumiere, but we spend like the next fucking 3 short stories with Lumiere having like a for sure girlfriend. So yeah, why?
This is nothing. It's nothing.
It's nothing.
And also, remember that in the last movie we watched, they also introduced a character just to flirt with Lumiere. And it's like, stop doing that.
Why are you doing this? We don't need it. I don't want to watch this candlestick fuck. I don't want it.
And if you did want it, there are places on the internet for that. Disney doesn't need to provide it. Well, that was gross.
Okay, so what's the story then?
I swear to Christ, there isn't one.
No. So they're like, he wants her to eat.
Belle starts recounting Cinderella.
Does that happen? I don't remember that.
Does it happen? She does it for like half an hour.
This is later. The beginning of this is that Beast wants Belle to eat dinner with him.
Mm-hmm.
Belle says no.
But she's already eating, isn't she?
No, later. This is later.
No, but I thought that wasn't until the bird.
No. So she goes...
Wait, stop. I'm sorry. Stop.
Yes.
Later, for the bird thing, she definitely misses... Actually, I think it's lunch. And I don't know why you would make it lunch. But she definitely misses lunch?
Yes.
Is that...
That's different.
That's different.
In this one, so they're going to eat together, and Beast is, like, nervous.
Right.
And he's all sweaty, and he's like... And he has people open the windows because it's too hot.
Yeah, okay, so this part got me really pissed because, like, I guess the implication was that he's selfish and that him feeling hot is more important than everybody else feeling cold.
Yeah.
He is covered in fur, though.
Yeah, he is covered in fur.
And he definitely could overheat.
I'm not saying he's right, but maybe you crack the window open. Or maybe just open a window that's, like, pointed at him. Don't open all the windows, right? Like, there's solutions.
I wondered if he was sick, because he's, like, so fucking hot. And everybody else is shivering.
Yeah, right? Like, oh, he's got the fever.
It's a weird scene.
Yeah, but eventually Belle's like, you're being like selfish, you're being an asshole, and Beast is like, oh, I've never been an asshole, what are you talking about? And then the dictionary's doing the thing where he's like, asshole, butthole.
Right, that kind of thing.
Yeah, shithole.
Like, and Beast, like, throws it across the room, which, fair?
Fair, right? Like, and they stop talking to each other forever.
Yeah, here's the thing. It doesn't
Forever.
even, like, register as a lover's quarrel. It's just...
It's not even, like, friends arguing. It's, like, 2 people sitting at the same, like, Burger King, realizing they don't want to be friends.
It's really fucking weird. And here's the thing. Both of them are willing to make up if the other one apologizes first. And I say this because they say the word apologize about 50,000 times.
No one ever says sorry, but they do say the word apologize.
So many times. It gave me a migraine. I mean, I was sick.
More of a migraine.
So, like, the migraine could have already been there.
It was correlated, but that it wasn't the cause.
Yeah, so they're fighting. So the three geniuses in the castle.
This book, this pile of papers, and this quill forge a letter of apology from Beast to Belle.
Here's the thing. Mrs. Potts sees them and later comes down on them about it, but doesn't right now.
Mrs. Potts has no right to be so hoity-toity later. It's like, you could have stopped this. You had
she could have said something immediately. She's even there when Belle gets the letter.
The letter.
So Belle gets the letter. They start
hanging out and having a good time.
They have a good time. Somebody mentions the letter of the Beast, and I don't remember who.
Belle mentions it.
Okay.
Like they're like reading this book, right?
Right.
And then they start arguing it again, and she mentions like, well, if you hadn't sent me that letter, I wouldn't have said sorry. And he's like, what? Right. I don't know how to write.
What? And then Beast starts freaking out. He thinks, and this is the dumbest thing, that Belle sent the letter to herself and then lied about it.
Yeah.
Even though that makes zero sense. Mm-hmm. That's just her apologizing first anyway. Also, the pen is sentient. It's very obvious who wrote the letter. He's like, it's in my handwriting. But you don't write, Beast.
You don't write. You've never learned how to read.
There is no plot here.
He blames Belle. Belle brings up the letter. Because he's
a fucking idiot.
Oh, apparently. Yeah, because we knew that, right?
Oh, he's dumber than he's ever been.
He is a fucking sack of bricks in this movie. Not a single brain cell in this fuzzy body. So she leaves, and then the Webster, Crane, and LaPlume confess. There's a dumb chase sequence that doesn't matter. He banishes them from the castle, and so they decide to leave, go to town. Mm-hmm. But they get lost. He's still mad at Belle. They come back.
Also, whoa, I'm sorry. I do want to time out here real quick. In this one, and in another one, the idea of a servant being banished comes up.
Yeah.
Even though that's insane. What is a talking book going to do out in the world? Aren't you afraid of people finding out about your curse?
Well, so that's the thing, right? It's like, let's say I'm like a, I don't know, what would I be turned into? Probably like a pillow or something.
Okay.
Yeah, let's say I get turned into a pillow, right? And then I get banished from this castle. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to be like, well, I guess I'll just go be a pillow at someone else's house. Right?
Right.
So I have a pillow at someone else's house. They're like, oh, I found this pillow. This is a pretty good pillow. And so they start using me as a pillow. Right? Mm-hmm. And then, like, 6 months later, I turn back into a man. And I'm just...
Oh! Do you know what this is? This is like... This is no longer like Beauty and the Beast level romance. This is like romantic novel level. Because of all the potential like shared intimacy with a pillow.
Oh, you're saying that the person who's using me as a pillow
falls in love with
the pillow, and then I turn into a man?
Yep.
Your prayers have been answered. Finally, we can be together.
Real Princess and the Frog type shit.
Yeah. Oh, gross. I don't know how I feel about that, because a pillow is very intimate.
I've seen Jim Henson's Storyteller. I'm pretty sure that's how it works out.
Oh, yeah, maybe. And it would be a Muppet story.
Yeah, because they could really make that pillow work.
Jim Henson had to crawl into, like, a tube underneath the bed so that he could reach up and control the pillow.
My favorite part is when the pillow grows gigantic and they built a bigger pillow.
A bigger pillow, yeah. No, my favorite part is when the pillow, like, hugs the person back, and they made it not look like a freaky monster was eating them.
How did they get a pillow to even ride a bicycle?
Right? How? No wires, no nothing, and this pillow's just out there. The scene when they're both riding bicycles together, right? Yeah, it's great.
Yep.
I would love this movie if it was a Jim Henson movie, for sure.
That sounds pretty good,
Actually, bringing this up, there is a Pinocchio movie coming out that has nothing to do with Walt Disney. It's Guillermo del Toro is doing it. But Jim Henson Company is involved somehow. So I don't know. Word on the street is it's a fully animated film.
Well, then,
but if
I guess what are they doing?
If Jim Henson's involved, I'm thinking it's going to be like claymation or something.
Right. I don't know. It could be just character design, though.
Oh, for sure. If anyone's going to know how to design a freaky puppet, it's going to be the Jim Henson Company.
Yeah, so where are we at?
They get lost in the woods.
And they come back.
They come back.
Why should there be stakes in this movie?
Because when they left and when they came back, the castle just completely changed the way it looked. It sounds like a joke, but it actually does. This whole castle's never on model. It also doesn't look anything like the castle in the next movie. So, yeah, who knows? It's part of the curse.
Yep, that's the curse.
That's the curse. So they come back to the castle. Belle is like, hey, you come back inside. And Beast is like, oh, she's being nice to them. I guess I should be nice to them. And so he forgives them, realizing that, hey, we all this is us. We should have both said sorry, and now we've said sorry. So no harm, no foul. There's also a side story where Lumiere is mad at the chandelier, and they also forgive each other. But like, it's like the same story, but with two fucking lamps.
For some reason, like some the fuck how, the side story with Lumiere is even less interesting.
It's just two lamps who don't want to talk to each other. Like, fuck, who cares?
Yes.
And then there's like, is there a moral thing at the end? Is there somebody who tells you what the moral of the story is, or is that just me?
Man, I don't know. Probably there's one. Who cares?
Yeah. Say sorry, I guess, is the story.
Say sorry occasionally. So this next short is probably What? No, not yet.
Not yet, because before the short, there is like a whole new song that happens.
Oh, there is. It wasn't good.
No, I couldn't tell you anything about the song.
No, I have no idea what she said in that song.
I don't know what the song was about.
No, it could have been anything.
I don't even know if anything was animated. It could have just been like 5 minutes of darkness and her singing. I don't know. Anything could have happened there. Now, this next story...
I need to say something, and it's going to sound weird. Maybe for you, maybe not for you, but definitely for the listeners.
Yeah.
This is the strongest one.
This is my favorite story.
It's... like, by far the one with the most plot and character development. It is really fucking dumb, but in a way that's kind of amazing. Like, if you ever like to watch a bad movie because you like watching a bad movie, this kind of falls into that category.
If they turned this story into a full-length movie, I would be kind of into that. Because it's just Clue, but like 10 minutes long. So
at first I was like, at least Lumiere's not hanging out with some other girl.
Yeah.
Which he's not. This story is about Lumiere, and I think her name is Fifi.
You nailed it. Right on the tongue. I wouldn't have been able to tell you that if it wasn't written down.
Yeah, but that's a wild name that I did not know was her name literally at all. She's the maid, the feather duster.
Yeah.
It is going to be their 5th anniversary. The 5th anniversary of their first date. So what this establishes to me is actually 2 very important things, come to think of it. 1, they've been together a long time.
5 years.
So long. 2, they only started dating as objects.
What they needed in order for this relationship to really work is to just remove all the flesh stuff. They just needed each other without bodies, I guess.
Right. Yeah.
Because in the movie, in the live action movie, which is, as time moves on, I've liked less and less, but whatever. Mm-hmm. It's implied that they were dating before everything.
Yes, which honestly makes sense, because how do you get into a relationship with a bird?
If I am a pillow... I'm not going to fall in love with another inanimate object. It's weird. I'm a pillow.
I specifically remember us positing, because there's a scene in the original Beauty and the Beast where they seem to be like getting frisky with each other.
There is a scene in the original cartoon movie that implies that they were making out at some point, like hiding away.
Right.
Which doesn't make sense.
I remember us talking about the idea that they were like mentally stuck in the spot where they could do that, and that was the only way that made any sense.
Yeah, like they were there,
like just like Chip is frozen
is
at 10
forever
years old,
a child. Yeah,
they're frozen at like still making out all the time.
Yeah, their relationship never moved past that initial or was at the stage of like we're just keeping things hot and heavy and not really being people to each other. And then it stayed there for 10 years.
But this movie says nope.
No.
They started dating as objects, which is wild.
Which is insane. I wonder what other inanimate objects have struck up relationships in this time, right? Because it's 10 years is a long time.
It's a very long time. I don't know. At what point does Mrs. Potts get like a bunch of people hitting on her?
Oh, well, and that's the other thing is like, right?
Well, how many like female servants were there? Not a lot by comparison.
You know, if it was me, 50-50. Equal opportunity, right? But Beast, I don't know. Maybe there's 5 of them. But the other thing is, like, some of these objects don't have faces or voices, like the plates and the knives and stuff.
That's another thing that we cannot get into.
We can't get into this, but it's a thing, right? So, I'm sure some of those, like their plates and their knives, like what is gender? This is a great time for a lot of these objects to really explore themselves. Maybe I am a plate forever. But you would think, right? Like, let's say somebody turns into like a bowl. What if they just get so into just being a bowl that they don't talk or do anything except be a bowl for 10 years, and then all of a sudden they're a human again? Like, what do you do mentally? I've been a bowl for 10 years. I haven't spoken in 10 years.
That really does sound difficult. Maybe that's why they're all mentally frozen in place, so that they don't develop that problem. It's all the magic. It's all the curse.
Oh, fuck. So what's this story again?
Magic? That explains everything!
It does.
Yeah, so after Lumiere briefly causes a fire...
Oh, right.
Belle decides she will help him plan this perfect date.
Does he set the dictionary on fire?
I fucking hope so.
He's dead.
I don't think we ever see Webster again. So.
No, not in this story.
Belle decides to help him plan the perfect date, and he wants to keep it secret from Fifi. And yes, absolutely, what you're thinking is 100% right. This is the point where Fifi believes that Belle and Lumiere are having sex.
Belle, this lamp has left this feather duster for a real woman. One that can satisfy all of his lamp needs.
It is a wild turn of events.
But Fifi believes that they're having an affair.
Fully. Well, because she hears them planning this date, but they're
acting it out like a bunch of weirdos.
Well, okay, but think about it. So there's Lumiere, and he is sort of overly romantic.
Yeah.
And then there's Belle, who I would say, is a romantic, and also, always in her books. So, she'd probably be super excited to just be part of this. Mm-hmm. Because she's never had anything like that in
She's
real
never
life.
had friends. Just say it. She never had friends. The reason Belle, both in the original movie, is okay with all of this is because she's never had friends. And, yeah, these are inanimate objects, but they're nice to her. This is why. Let's get it out there.
I don't remember the context for this, but I have it written in capital letters. I think I do remember the context now I mention it. Fifi earlier was talking about all the great things that she and Lumiere had done together on their first date, and one of them was walking. Oh, yeah. And she's spying on them and saying, and they whisper, and he whispers to her, and then she looks at them and she's like, and they walk! And I was like, that's exceptional.
Yeah.
The idea that she hates the fact that they're walking.
I mean, only one of them is walking, but that's too much.
Yes.
This sad fat tub, did you notice this? This fucking, I don't even know what it is. It's like a punch bowl?
It is a punch bowl. Yes, it's like a silver punch bowl.
I love this fat, sad tub. He only says 2 lines, but they're both Jim Cummings, and both times I was like, yeah, this guy's okay. Why couldn't this guy be more of a character? He's part of the plot of this surprise date. So I guess Lumiere's plan is that they're going to recreate all of the date exactly how it was.
Yes, I suppose.
And Fifi, meanwhile, is trying to make him jealous because La Plume implies that that's a good idea. He's like, hey, I'm in this movie. So she tries hitting on Cogsworth, and that goes wrong. Also, Cogsworth's not interested.
It's kind of fast. Okay, so I kind of love the scene where she hits on Cogsworth because Lumiere is like, I don't know, so secure in their relationship. He just like walks out and he's like, she's just probably trying to get out of work.
She just doesn't want to work today. And you know what? I get it. Who wants to?
Like, everybody hits on Cogsworth.
Just to get out of work?
Whenever they need to get out of work. And Cogsworth is like, he like freaks out a bit, but then is not interested, it seems like. Just like flattered about the idea.
The idea that someone might see him romantic, he's like, oh, this is very flattering, but get back to work.
Yes.
I like it. That's a good bit of characterization for him, I think. Like, this idea of, like, oh, somebody's into me? That's so nice. Get back to work.
Is this the one with the Cogsworth subplot, or is that the next one?
That's the next one.
That must be why I like this middle one best.
Yeah, there's no subplot in this. It's all main plot.
The main plot.
The main plot is that this feather duster is gonna fucking murder Belle and Lumiere.
Yes. Hey, that is what it is. So they... Also, the Beast is just straight up not in this one, which is probably what makes it good. Well, bad in a good way.
Yeah.
They put these, like, skis on the tub so it can be a sled. And they get the dog, I don't remember the dog's name, but the dog who's a footstool.
Yeah,
pull it.
His name is Footrest.
That's terrible.
But in French.
Okay.
His name is Footrest. I don't know. French.
So Fifi's plot, and this is great because Fifi does try to kill Lumiere and Belle in a jealous rage.
She sabotages like every inch of their date, mostly the sled part.
Okay, so let's talk about this particular sabotage. She cuts the rope that connects to the dog.
Mm-hmm.
She cuts it so that when it is pulled, it'll snap.
Sultan, that's his name. His name is Sultan.
Okay. Except one, that's like not a break. So if it was going to go out of control, it still went out of control, but it would have taken Sultan with it.
Yeah.
But two, much more importantly, how did she think Belle was going to fit in the punch bowl?
Listen, she didn't. Belle definitely would not. Like, maybe she'd get 1 foot in there.
She does try. This is the second time. As I said, this happens. She decides there is nothing for her in the castle and leaves. Well, tries.
Yeah, she's about to run away.
She's about to run away, and Lumiere's like, you ready for our date? She's like, what? And then he puts her in the sled, and it's so easy to win her over. Because she does love him and he loves her, right? But she did already sabotage the sled.
She did already sabotage this sled.
Even though this date is going great by Lumiere's standards, she's sitting here
it.
like, I'm going to die. I've murdered us. I've killed me and my boyfriend.
Like Juliet and Romeo, I have put us on a path to murder.
Maybe a bit more like Antony and Cleopatra.
Oh yeah, that's actually is better. Yes.
Yeah.
There's a really loud bird outside of your window.
There is. Nature.
Look at you go, nature.
It's too bad. That bird should not have started going for another, like, maybe 5-10 minutes.
Right?
Then it would have been thematically correct.
It would have worked out. The sled goes out of control.
Right.
It breaks off of the rope, breaks off of Sultan, who just goes back inside, I guess. And they slide off, and they're about to fall off of a ledge into a ravine. Which Wikipedia tells me is the same chasm in which Gaston will eventually meet his doom. So there's some foreshadowing, I guess. I don't know.
Did Gaston fall into a chasm?
He fell into a chasm, but he fell from the balcony that Beast jumps from.
Right.
This castle's all fucked up, so I assume this balcony just moves to the other side of the chasm eventually.
Yeah, he did fall off of a roof. So
he fell off of a roof, but into a canyon. You know?
Right, okay. You know, shenanigans happen. They're hanging off a cliff, obviously. So now here comes my biggest issue with this. I love that Fifi is trying to kill Lumiere because she thinks he's cheating. That's crazy. That's great. A great story. Here's what I don't love. They've been dating for 5 years.
5 years.
And Lumiere has never said, I love you.
The word love has not come out of his shitty little mouth. What kind of a ass-fuck boyfriend do you have to be?
And here's the thing. I don't buy it. Lumiere has never been a person to keep things bottled up.
His whole thing is that he's a womanizer, so he probably told her he loved her before he did.
Right. And even beyond that, even because they try to sell you that the idea is that since he has, like, real feelings for her, he can't say stuff like that. Right?
Yeah, but it's...
But, like, even if that was true, like, he is always the most vocal one and the most,
over the top.
Yes. If I had to say one of the characters was emotionally honest, it would probably be Lumiere.
Definitely, right?
Or Mrs. Potts. I mean, Mrs. Potts knows where she's at.
Mm-hmm.
And then, whatever, they don't die. Belle saves them, I think.
Yeah, Beast not in this story at all. Or in the next one, really?
Yeah, but he's still kind of the villain of the next one.
No.
A little.
No, you're skipping ahead again.
Are there 4?
There's 4. That's why this movie was 92 fucking minutes long.
Andy, there's one of these that I don't remember.
Okay, we'll get there.
I would have said there were 3.
I would have 2, but there are 4. Unless you watched the one in which there are 3.
Maybe I did.
No, you can't. I know you've watched all 4 because you mentioned the bird and you mentioned Cogsworth's subplot.
Okay.
Those are two different stories. So yeah, they get saved. Fifi never tells anybody that she was about to stone cold murder.
No. That's just something she needs to die with.
She's gonna, you hold that shit until you're in your grave.
The rope broke. It's nobody's fault.
It's nobody's fault. It was an accident. Maybe when, if you die first, you can tell them.
Right. On your deathbed, you can say, I tried to kill you the night you said I love you. Okay, bye.
Bye. I thought you were having an affair with a human woman. To be fair, at one point, Lumiere says, word for word, her again, pretend you do not see.
Yes.
What? The next story is Mrs. Potts' party. So Mrs. Potts is, because it's been winter for fucking a decade at this castle, Mrs. Potts is really sad because it's cloudy and it's depressing and she's depressed. So Belle is like, we're gonna throw a party for her because she's always so great and helping everybody out. And we have to show her that we care about her. So everybody...
Are you sure? I don't remember this at all.
Okay, so you watch the shorter one then.
I might have. Here, let me see which one's on Disney+. Belle's Magical World. 1 hour, 11 minutes. Yeah, I watched the 70-minute one. Okay, you just tell me what happens at this party.
Are you shitting me? I watched an extra 22 minutes of fucking bullshit. Fuck. Okay, so this is what happened. All right, I'm just going to whiz through it then because you know what? This one sucks anyway. All right,
okay.
So she's feeling really sad. Belle's like, oh, we need to help her out because she's so great to us. And everyone's like, yeah, we'll make a cake and get her flowers. Now, Beast is in hibernation. I think that's what they say is he's in hibernation, which is wild. I don't know, because he wasn't in hibernation in the Christmas movie, so I don't know what the fuck's happening. But whatever, he's asleep.
Also, all of these shorts have been in the winter, so he can't just suddenly be in hibernation.
Right? Whatever. Whatever it was is he's asleep, and he's going to be asleep for a while. And if we wake him up, he's going to be really grumpy. So they're going to make a cake, and they're going to get flowers. But every time they get flowers, Mrs. Potts walks in, and she's like, "Well, what are you going to do with those flowers?" And everyone's like, "Oh, we're there for Beast. He wants flowers, so we're going to give him flowers." So they put a bunch of flowers in Beast's room, and they go to make this cake, but everyone's disagreeing on what kind of cake. Lumiere's like, we need this kind of cake. And one of the mittens, because there's 2 mittens and they talk and they're dating.
Sure.
Married? I don't know. One of the mittens is like, Lumiere is right. And the other mitten's like, no, Cogsworth's right. And we need to make this kind of cake. So they're arguing. And the chef, who is an oven.
Right. But I think that was already a character, right?
The chef? Oven? Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There was a oven or a stovetop character.
Chef
in the original.
Boosh.
Boosh.
Also voiced by Jim Cummings. So Jim Cummings got a lot of voices in this one. He's like, everyone needs to let me do my job. Actually, he sounds more like Pete, but French.
Okay.
Right? Because it's Jim Cummings. So
it's Jim Cummings, yeah.
He just sounds like Pete all the time, or Tigger. So this one sounds like Pete, but French. Everyone fucks up his cake and it explodes, and Mrs. Potts shows up and she's like, oh, I guess no one can do anything without me. So sad.
Damn.
And Belle like tears everyone a new asshole. Like, how dare you? You guys need to fucking stop being dicks. Mrs. Potts is so disappointed. I'm disappointed in you. If you guys can't learn how to work together, then what is even the point of anything? And she leaves. And then Lumiere and Cogsworth are like, she's right, we shouldn't be assholes, we should work together. So they work together and they make a cake and flowers and everything works. And the sun comes out and Mrs. Potts is like, I'm not sad anymore. And everyone's like, yay, we're all friends now. And Beast wakes up and he's like, why the fuck are there so many flowers in my room? And he goes back to sleep. And that's it. That's the whole short. It's 22 minutes. 22 minutes of fucking nothing that I watched. I went through it. And it happened to me. And I didn't have to, but here it is. I've told it to you the way it was.
Thank you for your service.
And now we don't have to watch the other movie. So you know what? This was a bullet that I'm glad that we took, because if we didn't take this bullet, we'd have another, I don't know, like 70 minutes of shit. Fuck that. We're done. This is the last one. It's not true. I'm so mad that you, because I think I got to the end of the last one, and I was like, surely this movie is almost over, and I was like, we're halfway through this. How are we only halfway through this?
90 minutes is so long.
It's longer than Star Wars, dude. Fuck. It's too much bad movie. I couldn't handle it, which is why I didn't want to watch it again. Okay, now we're at the last story. Actually, no, and then there's another song that's also bad. I don't know what song this was, but it's there. It's another song. I, again, literally couldn't tell you anything about it. And then the last story happens. Okay. Whew. I gave myself a headache. You ready? This is it. This is the last story.
So this story, the first note I have is that it should have come first because it feels like it's the first in the timeline.
It also doesn't feel like it's winter in this story.
Right. This is, I would say, before something there, which is like Belle and the Beast still like low-key hate each other.
He yells at her in this. He straight up does the yell thing where he's like, you're gonna come to dinner. She's
like hiding in her room because she does not want to hang out with this creep.
Armoire is even there, but she hasn't been in all the other ones. I think I wrote down, when do these stories take place? Like, because I was so confused by this one. I was like, it just feels messy.
And the main thing about this movie, and it's actually the only note I have about it, I must have been pretty out of it. It's like a very, very pale imitation of Beauty and the Beast. Like, all the story beats that are hit are beats that they hit in Beauty and the Beast.
But smaller and worth less.
Yes. They hit in Beauty and the Beast way harder and way stronger.
Yeah, it's rough. Beast is like, come eat dinner with me. And she's like, no. And he's like, you're gonna eat dinner with me. And she's like, fine. But then, like, a bird is like flying, but it's like flying against the wind.
Right.
And then the wind lets up a little bit, and the bird is like, oh shit. And then it picks up again, and it launches this bird into a something. Like a rock? I don't know.
Yeah, like it doesn't smack into the window, which is what you would expect.
Oh, if this bird had just smacked it to the window, that would have been the funniest goddamn thing. One of the best things that ever happened to me is in my art class in high school, the art room's window was so fucking clean that 3 times in one semester, a bird flew into it. Like, it would, like, so we'd be doing art or whatever, and we'd just hear thunk, and we'd look over, and a bird would just be standing at the sill of the window, like, shaking its head and pecking the window, and then fly off. Amazing. It's the funniest goddamn thing. In real life, I cannot recommend it enough. Find yourself a clean window.
This episode got weird. Not in the way I expected it.
I'm in a mood right now. I'm in a very malicious place.
And he's like, fuck birds.
I want the world to hurt like I hurt right now.
Oh, you're the Beast.
Oh, no.
I get it.
Okay. So this dead ass bird like flies into this window, into this room, and Belle's like, "Oh no, I need to take care of this bird."
Mm-hmm.
But Beast hates birds for some reason.
They do mention why, and like I said, this is one of the story beats that is hit that's like hit way better, and it's because one, they're beautiful. Which, okay, if you're gonna be turned into a monster, being turned into a bird, it's not gonna be that much of a difference, in my opinion. But two, they're free, and he's not.
Okay, so this is something that has bothered me, though, is why is he not free? He can just leave, though.
I think that the idea, it's like a social ostracization thing, and it's something that doesn't work the more they do these, like, mid-quel movies.
Mm-hmm.
Well, right? In the original, it makes sense because you get to see a mob try to kill him for being a beast.
Yeah.
But, like, whenever there's another movie where it's, like, where it, like, seems like he could live happily in the world.
Right, because it really feels like now, with all these movies, that was his first mob, and you would think he'd be fighting off mobs every other week.
Right.
Like, some other village would realize that there's a beast in this castle and try to take him out.
What is never... Especially because, like the bit where he sent away servants. Right? What is never communicated, except in the original movie, is this idea that he needs to be secret, because if somebody knows there's a beast out there, they're gonna go kill it.
Mm-hmm. In the original movie, he feels more like an ostracized child, like somebody who doesn't know how to not be angry at the world. And in these, he just feels like a shitty person. Like, he just sucks. Like he could just he could just be good and live a happy life, but he chooses not to because fuck my servants. Which, fair.
Yeah.
Like, but it sucks.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't feel good as a viewer.
Well, and that's gotta be kind of a hard needle to thread. Like, how do you make somebody basically be an asshole without them being an asshole? And I can see why that's hard, but it also doesn't feel like a lot of effort was put into making that happen correctly, you know?
The writing isn't there for it, because you need to pity him.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And instead I'm just like, fuck this guy. This guy sucks. And his eyes are, like, going all over the place, so I don't know how I feel about that. That's the other thing, is he is not hot in this movie at all. And they put a lot of work in the original movie into making him hot, right? Like, we talked at length about how they tried really hard to make him, like, as hot as possible without making him too hot. And in this, he's just like a massive... He just looks like a hairy dude. He doesn't look like a beast. He just looks like a dude who never shaved, right? Like, it's like, no. Like, he needs to look like a monster that maybe you'd want to fuck. But no, they don't do that here because they just don't have the chops or the discipline. There. I've said my piece.
What the hell happens with the bird, Andy?
The bird broke its wing, and Belle puts a little splint on it, and she's, like, talking to it and reading it a story and completely forgets that she was supposed to go to lunch with Beast, and Beast is like, it's been 30 minutes. We've been waiting this whole time. So he, like, goes upstairs.
It seems weird to me. The thing to do, in my mind, would be to send a servant to remind her.
Yeah.
And any of the servants that he sent would politely remind her that she had lunch. But instead, he goes up himself and, like, you know, obviously freaks her out and freaks out.
Well, so the reason he doesn't, though, is because of our little subplot. Mm-hmm. Where Cogsworth is, like, mad because no one listens to him. And at one point, Beast is like, are you losing control of the castle?
Yeah. Okay, so what's really weird about this is, like, one of the things I never believed that Beast had a handle on was how to run the castle.
No, he has no idea.
Cogsworth knows how to run the castle. Maybe people don't listen to him all the time, but that is because he's in charge.
Yeah, like, nobody likes their manager.
Right.
Like, nobody respects their manager. But, you know, if your manager comes down and is like, hey, guys, like, let's do our job a little bit today. Because my manager is coming down and he has the ability to fire you guys too. It's like, all right, fine, I'll put on a little bit of more of a show. But they're straight up, like, mutinying. Mutinying?
Yeah, I think mutinying.
That doesn't sound right. They're rebelling.
Yes.
They're like outright just not paying attention to him. And like it's rough being a plate and a knife, I guess. But like the last thing I would want if I was fine China is for my angry beast master to just come in and just throw me against a wall and murder me instantly.
Accurate.
So I don't know. This is such a weird and dumb subplot that goes nowhere.
It really doesn't. Here, let me resolve the subplot. Mrs. Potts convinces him that sometimes you need to be nice to people.
Yeah.
Shrug. And as soon as he says one halfway nice thing, everybody's on board.
They fucking fall into line.
Shrug. Yeah.
Like the fucking plebs that they are. I guess. Whatever. It's dumb.
Mm-hmm.
It implies that all of this does take place before Be Our Guest, which is insane.
I guess it does, yeah.
Like, that doesn't make any sense. Because that happens, like, day 2.
But, like, that's how all the characters are acting. It
Yeah.
kind of feels like very early days still.
Yeah, because Mrs. Potts isn't best friends with Belle yet. Okay, so Beast goes up to the room, and like you said, he freaks her out, and then he freaks out. And he's like, no birds, blah, blah, blah. So he's gonna, I don't know, I guess he's gonna throw the bird out? I don't fucking know. But he chases the bird? Is there a chase sequence here?
Yeah, I think... I don't know, man. It's been so long. I was sick. Maybe. They, like, end up in the parlor or something.
Yeah, because he falls down the stairs and hurts himself. Mm-hmm. And Belle's like, now I have to take care of 2 kids. Fuck. But the bird starts singing, I guess?
Which is, I mean, I get in the story why it happened, but birds don't sing immediately after they're almost killed.
Yeah, that bird's got to be quiet for at least 2 days. This could have been handled better is what we're saying, I guess.
Well, it's just that even Beast getting hurt, that just feels like a weaker version of when Beast got hurt.
Yeah.
Anyway, now Beast loves the bird because it sings so beautifully. So now he's gonna keep it forever.
So he locks it in a cage. Oh my god, symbolism.
But bad, boring symbolism.
It's like...
because... Do you know what doesn't happen? This never actually connects to the fact that he has kidnapped a person.
He has kidnapped this person who's here?
Right.
And here's the thing, is when he falls down the stairs, Bella's like, oh my god, are you okay? It's like, why do you fucking care? You should want him to die. You don't know about the curse. You don't know about anything. All you know is that these inanimate objects can talk and they're nice to you, and this guy fucking sucks. Just let him die.
You could leave if the beast died. Everybody might turn human again if the beast dies.
Maybe, we don't know. It's weird.
I mean, everybody did turn human again when he died that one time.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Who knows? So he locks the bird in a cage, and he's like, why don't you sing? I'm gonna kill you if you don't sing. Cogsworth learns how to be a good person. That happens here.
Yeah, whatever.
Belle goes up and is like, he's not singing because when you're imprisoned, you don't want to do things. I know a little bit about that. Mind freak. So Beast gets his bean freaked.
Belle's like super fucking into David Blaine.
She at one point she like pulls a rose out of his ear and he freaks out. He's like, you're not supposed to know about that. She's like, know about what? And he's like, nothing. Mind freak. And then, was that David Blaine? That's not David Blaine. Mind Freak is the other guy. I don't think
so, man. Who knows?
It's the other magician that's like a rock star for some reason.
They're all exactly the same. If I type in Mind Freak, will it just come up?
Because it's like a trademark.
Chris Angel.
Yeah.
Chris Angel.
He's the guy who like almost kills himself but doesn't die. And David Blaine just like sticks needles in his nose or whatever.
Neither of those things are tricks.
Are magic.
That's just like being a dipshit. I can do that. I can be a dipshit. That doesn't take training.
But they don't die is the thing. Or do gross body stuff doesn't actually happen to them. And that's the magic, I guess? I don't know.
I guess, but in that case you could just get like fake needles and stick it in your nose.
Well, I assume that's what's actually happening. I assume. I don't know for
But in that case, who cares?
Because it's magic, dude. It's like, wow, it happened in front of me.
Yeah, but it's more interesting to like saw somebody in half. Even though we all know how that trick is done now, that's still more interesting than a needle.
I will say, I love a good card magic trick any day of the week over weird almost death stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather somebody do a card trick like in front of me, because that always gets me. Like, I'm like a fucking 5-year-old.
I saw a really good talk. Who are those two?
Penn and Teller.
Penn and Teller, yes. I saw a really good talk that they did about this the thing that magicians do that's like they stole from vaudeville, which is this idea of crazy great memorization.
Oh yeah.
But they demonstrated it with a nail gun. The idea was that they memorized which shots actually had nails in them and which didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And what was great about it was that they set it all up. Teller was like shooting his hand and like shooting Penn and like shooting a board. And when he shot the board, the nail came out, right?
Yeah.
But then even after that, he just mentions offhand that it's absolutely fake and they wouldn't actually risk their lives.
Yeah.
Because he would not make himself and the audience privy to manslaughter, you know?
Yeah.
And I thought that was a really, like, excellent point.
This is something that I think a lot of magicians do, a lot of good magicians do, right? It is this idea of, like, we both know that this isn't real, but that's not the point. The point is that I'm about to do something that's going to make you believe that magic just happened in front of you. There has to be a consent there that like, if you're shooting a nail gun, you can't at any moment make the audience think that someone could die, because that's not fair.
Right.
And it's dangerous.
The point the whole time, and this is super the point of a magic show, is that you go in knowing that everything's fake.
Yeah.
You know that nobody actually gets their guts cut open, or when they go on that box, those swords aren't actually going to go into them, you know?
Yeah. But we buy...
They're going to switch with the monster on the other side of the field.
We literally buy into...
And then the swords go into that. I made it a Yu-Gi-Oh joke.
You made it a Yu-Gi-Oh joke.
You're welcome.
You've fallen into my trap card. Now we're talking about Yu-Gi-Oh again. So Beast lets the bird go.
Why did we start talking about magic? It was just some stupid thing I said.
It was me. I said a dumb joke because Belle mind freaks Beast.
Right, Belle mind freaks Beast.
She fucking force hand tricks him into letting go of the bird. But the bird isn't ready to leave yet because the bird tries to fly away. And then Cogsworth's like, but he won't come back. And Beast's like, if it loves me, it will come back. But the bird doesn't come back because it's not fully healed and starts falling to its death. And Beast jumps onto the same roof that I think he's going to kill Gaston on. And saves the bird.
That roof gets a lot of play.
That roof, to me, it would have been really funny if afterwards, after he saves the bird, Beast's like, that roof's really dangerous. We should put a rail there so nobody falls to their death. Right? It'd be terrible. we wouldn't be able to save them, and it would definitely kill them.
I think I just love your Beast impression. Partially because, I don't think we mentioned this, but the Beast in this movie does not sound like the Beast. It sounds like a dude making a kind of gravelly voice.
It's wild that you say that, because they got everyone back, except for...
You are joking.
I'm not joking. They got everybody back, I think, except for Mrs. Potts, who sounds the same.
What is it with...
Princes?
Well, it's not Princes. Last time it was Sebastian.
Yeah.
But, sometimes we will get, a male lead phoning it in completely in these sequels, and it's weird.
Yeah. Here's what I'll say, though, right, is at the time, I think, he might have been in the middle of working on Friends, which he was, the lead producer of the show Friends. For its entirety, it was on TV.
Huh. Did not know that.
Yeah, he had a big hand in that show, I think. I don't even remember what that was about.
Yeah, big hairy hand.
Fucking yeah. Well, I mean, you look at this guy. This guy's name is Robbie Benson. You look at this guy and he looks like the Beast.
Yes, I remember looking him up and, young him looks like the Prince, and now he looks like the Beast.
Yeah, because he's just a bearded dude. Oh, he wrote a book. Oh, and apparently he's had, heart problems his whole life.
Oh, that's too bad.
So he's like super active in heart research. So that's nice. Fuck, he underwent 4 heart surgeries. That's open heart surgeries. That's fucking insane. This guy's a fighter. Anyway, yeah, he just doesn't sound like he showed up to work. It's fair.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like he has a lot going on.
I will say something that I always feel bad about these direct-to-video sequels, because I feel like the voices of the princesses always come back. They always come back. And they always put in so much effort. And it's like, you don't have to. Please, like, you don't have to. We love you so much. Don't do this to yourself. Like,
you don't need to come back.
Paige O'Hara, like, you could do so much, and I'm sure you do, but don't come back for this.
Well, and Jodie Benson.
Right?
In every Mermaid sequel, it's like, come on, Jodie. I've seen your IMDb picture, but come on, still. I fucking love that one. It's my favorite.
What?
You know the Jodie Benson IMDb picture? I remember us looking it up at some point. You've got to look her up on IMDb. It looks like Ariel is eating her.
Oh, man. That is bad. Why is
she's like really small and Ariel is like above her, kind of like Ursula might be.
Why
in
is
an
this
actual Little Mermaid movie?
IMDb, you gotta pick a better photo.
Absolutely not. That's the best photo you could possibly have.
I might make this my fucking Twitter background. This is amazing.
It is wonderful. Anyway, the bird loved him, and so the bird came back. Do you get it?
Because he was nice to it.
Do you get it? End of movie.
Maybe he's one step closer to letting go of the human he kidnapped. Maybe. Who knows? Maybe it's going to take another 6 months. I don't fucking know.
So what'd you think of this movie, Andy?
Fuck this movie. This movie fucking sucked. I'm never going to watch it again.
Yeah, me neither.
Don't watch it. This one's bad. Maybe watch the second one. Maybe watch the one where a feather duster almost murders herself and her boyfriend. That one's pretty good.
Yeah, if there are 3, and I'm going to say there are 3, not 4, Beauty and the Beast movies, the first one is good. The second one has Tim Curry in it.
The second one is almost worth it just to watch that CGI monster.
It's
horrifying.
We gotta be clear on this. It was bad.
It was terrible.
It does have Tim Curry in it. And the third one has like one good short in it. Or again, bad short. But it's good.
But it's like, okay, so the Christmas movie is bad, but it's got so much wild shit happening that I would say, you know what? Yeah, throw it on.
Yeah.
You know, fucking snap, crackle, and pop open a brewski and, like, have a night. But this sucks. I watched 4. That was 90 minutes of my life. That was so long. Never again.
That's so long. Yep, this is terrible. This was a mistake. I did not know that the world was going to end when I suggested we do this one.
Yeah.
I would have done it would have made a much lighter choice.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to Direct to Video.
VHS?
I have been your host, Tony Arbisto.
I have been your host, Andy Reyes. We're doing it. We're back.
Yeah, we're still alive. Is that all you got, world?
No, don't say that. We've been through so much.
Cause it's enough.
I've been through 2 recessions in my life. Okay. You can find me on Twitter at royalty_Valens.
I'm virtually unemployed. You can find me on Twitter at TheaterBats, and you can find my comic at inspiredbytrueevents.org.
A big, huge thanks to Lee Rosevere for Planet E off the album Trappist 1.
Yep.
Nailed it.
And you can find more direct video stuff at direct2.video.
Heck yeah.
Our last video was just a clip of me and Andy talking about electric eels, and I fucking love it.
It's great. It's really good.
Because we're just we Wikipedia'd electric eels.
We just decided for like 30 minutes to learn about eels.
It's amazing. I love it.
Eels are great.
Eels are great. They're not even eels, though.
They're not, but that's the crazy part.
It's one of the reasons they're great.
They're zigging while we're zagging, you know? Like,
absolutely. You can rate us on iTunes. The world has ended. What possibly are you doing instead?
Yeah, you
got the time to waste.
Do you have friends who need to waste like an hour every week? Every other week? Not even every week. Every other week? Tell them about us. Recommend us. You know, we'll kill an hour.
Tell them we murder time for breakfast.
Yeah, that's really good, actually.
It's gonna be... That sounds like an action movie tagline.
Right? Wasn't there Clock Stoppers? I remember this movie. There's a movie called Clock Stoppers where this kid can stop time. 2002.
Oh, I think I remember this movie as well.
It was terrible. It was really bad.
Okay.
But I remember when it came out and watching it and being like, actually, this is bad. What are we watching next?
Oh, balls. I almost stopped. What are we watching next?
What are we watching next? You know what we're doing? I'm in the mood. I think we're ready for this.
Uh-oh. Okay.
I think we're gonna watch Tarzan.
Wow! Okay. I have had conversations now with multiple people about not liking Tarzan because of Phil Collins. So this is gonna be fun.
Me, personally, I hate Phil Collins.
And I know that that's one of the things you hate about it.
But I do think that I do like this movie.
I like soundtrack for that movie, which is why when we watched Brother Bear and the soundtrack was hilariously terrible.
Somebody on my Twitter was like, Phil Collins should score another Disney movie, and I'm like, yeah, the next one that sucks. I didn't say that. I didn't tweet that. Did you
show them Brother Bear? Show them any clip of Brother Bear?
Yeah, like, did you watch Brother Bear? Like, no. I hope he never...
No, probably they didn't, though.
I hope he never scores a Disney movie again. Get Sting back. He did one song for the end credits of Emperor's New Groove. Get Sting back. Let him have a shot at actually doing a movie. Why not? All right, so yeah, we're doing Tarzan, and there are 2 direct-to-video sequels of this. So I think we're gonna do a coin toss to see which one we watch next.
Maybe we'll watch both of them.
We're definitely gonna watch both of them, but I don't know which one we're gonna watch first.
Right, which one is... one of them is a prequel and one of them is a sequel,
one of them is a mid-quel, and the other one is a direct sequel.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Lots of fun.
So,
love it.
Who knows?
I'm the ghost of John Smith.
And this is the spot where I died.
I never play video games because I don't know why, but it feels like a waste of time to me.
Yes. I think we've talked about this before.
Like, I can waste my time on other shit, but I can't on video games. I get in my own head about it. But, like, whatever, I wasn't doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I was suddenly like, I need to waste time right now. Let's play 63... That's so fucking much. Let's play 63 hours of Stardew Valley.
Yeah, that's like 20% of your last 2 weeks.
Yeah, I started dreaming about chickens. I think the only thing I've played more than that is, like, Bejeweled or something. Nope, I didn't. I played Bejeweled for 61 hours, and that was over multiple years.
So you've crushed this game in, like, the last 2 weeks.